Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to PaulOnSports.com. Well, the AFC and NFC teams are set. The conference championships have been played. Pittsburgh and Arizona in the Super Bowl, and we'll get to that. Just a little hint of a preview in just a minute. But first, we've got our local college teams, Louisville, Kentucky, and Western Kentucky, all deep in the throes of conference play. And boy, are these teams starting to heat up. First, we go to Louisville. Fresh off their win, big win over the University of Pittsburgh, Louisville has Rutgers to play, and you'll see that score already on the website from last week. I think Louisville handles Rutgers easily. But this week, Sunday, they take a trip to the Carrier Dome to play a noon game. That's right. Get up early, have your brunch, go to your church festivities or whatever you do Sunday morning, and then turn on the cards because they've got a big game against the Syracuse team that I think is a little overrated. And I think Louisville's going to handle them quite easily, just as they're going to handle next Tuesday's opponent, South Florida, quite easily as well. Look for Louisville to apply a lot of pressure on Syracuse point guard Johnny Flynn, create a lot of turnovers, and just dominate play, I think, from beginning to end. It'll be a relatively easy win, although no game's an easy win up at Syracuse at the Carrier Dome. But I see them winning by double digits. I'd have an 82-68 score, and then Louisville just trouncing South Florida. Remember, Louisville beat them by 14 down at South Florida just a few weeks ago. I think they destroy South Florida up here, 88-63. On to Kentucky. Can Jody Meeks play better? Can Patrick Patterson play better? Can this team play better? Yeah, maybe a little. And this week, they just keep proving every game they're getting better and better. And Jody Meeks, as we all know, is pretty darn special. I see 2 more wins for Kentucky. It's not easy. It's not hard to predict these, actually. It's quite easy, especially when they're playing a team the caliber of Alabama. 77-61 is the call there. Now, Mississippi at Mississippi is going to give them a little trouble. Meeks is going to have to hit a big shot. I think it's going to be a real close game. I call it 75-72 for the Wildcats. Now on to Western. Hey, Western is playing well. They lose some games early in the season to some real good competition, but now in the middle of their Sun Belt Conference play, they're on a little bit of a streak. And their 3-game winning streak, we'll see if they can extend it to 5. I think they can. 2 relatively easy games, I think, for them. Louisiana Lafayette. They'll have a little tough time at Denver, playing in that altitude on the road, pretty raucous arena. But I like Western to win both 70-60 over Louisiana Lafayette and by 3 points over Denver at Denver. And now on to the Super Bowl talk. Hey, the Steelers just played a dominating defensive game against the Baltimore Ravens, and Arizona just dominated the Eagles with their offense. So you've got the immovable force and the indestructible object, or whatever you want to call them. They're going to be clashing in Super Bowl 43. I think it's going to be a big, big game for the Steelers. I just have that feeling that Arizona hasn't played a quality defense the caliber of what the Steelers put out on the field. And pressure, as Steelers Defensive Player of the Year, James Harrison has said, pressure on any quarterback, whether he's a rookie or a 10-year veteran, makes them make mistakes. And I think a lot of pressure will be put on that quarterback, Kurt Warner, 37 years old. I think the Steelers are going to get to him. But we're going to have our official pick next week, which we hope for you to see. Just come back and visit us at PaulOnSports.com. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you got any questions, comments, suggestions, or your own picks, just click on the link right below this box, and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week.